And with that, we welcome you inside beautiful Bill Greehey Arena on the campus of St. Mary's University for this Heartland Conference matchup between the St. Mary's Rattlers and the University of Texas Permian Basin. I'm Brian Magliuan, joined here with Joe Rodriguez. The Rattlers come in today with a record of 14-7, however, dropping their last two on the road. As for Texas Permian Basin, they come in with a record of 6-14, 5-10 in conference play. It'll be interesting to see this matchup between two teams that are in need of a victory here today. Joe, what do you expect to see from both teams here?
Well, it's a really important matchup for the Rattlers especially, and for the Dust Devils. Both teams looking for Heartland Conference positioning as we're nearing the end of the year. And you expect the Rattlers to come out big at home. They've only dropped one game at home all year. I don't expect them to start changing that trend anytime soon.
And as you mentioned, the Rattlers dropping only one game as Woods takes it all the way in with the left hand to put the Rattlers up 2-0. But the Rattlers 10-1 at home. Their only loss, a heartbreaking double overtime defeat against Newman several weeks ago. And the Rattlers now up early against Permian Basin.
Yeah, and you could tell that as that three ball is good for the Dust Devils. You tell that home loss really bothered St. Mary's. Coach Martins, he was very upset about how his girls didn't execute. A lot of missed layups and a lot of turnovers as well, and not something you want to see when you're heading toward the end of the year. This is the time of year where you want to be hitting on all cylinders as Woods travels right there.
Possession going to the Dust Devils now. Early stages here in the first half. Ball being swung around now by the Dust Devils. And the Rattlers look to me like they're playing a bit of a 2-3 zone, as Bria Bell playing tough, tenacious defense, and Kyra Littlejohn forcing the jump ball. But possession will stay with the Dust Devils.
Yeah, but you love to see your guards go down there in the post and force up those jump balls. Good play by Littlejohn. St. Mary's looks like they're back to their usual man-to-man now.
And that shot just beats the shot clock, but unable to hit are the Dust Devils. Here's Woods now. Over to Littlejohn. Elias tried getting it to Pullins. Now she gets it back. 10 on the shot clock now. Bell sets a pick. And I believe a block is called on Bria Bell. That'll be her first personal foul.
Yeah, and Bell right there, I think she got a little bit over anxious. She had the good positioning in the post, but passed it back out. I would have liked to have seen her maybe go to a post move there.
Here are the Dust Devils now. Long three-point attempt, unable to hit, but great putback and follow by Danielle Wilson.
And Poland, she was a bit out of position right there on the board, and Desi paid for it by committing the foul, but unfortunately it wasn't a hard enough foul, and one for the Dust Devils.
Wilson unable to hit the free throw, and Pullins grabs the board. Littlejohn now bringing it up, working the right side. Gets a pick from Bell. And a foul is called on the Dust Devils on the entry pass. The Rattlers will take it from the baseline.
And Desi must not have tied her shoes up very well today. That's the third time she's stopped a tie in this game already.
Plenty of time for the Rattlers here in the shot clock. Woods, great take all the way, unable to hit. Bria Bell follows it up and draws the foul.
You love to see the Rattlers right there answering an and one with an and one of their own. Good job by Bell in getting there to the hoop and getting the board.
That was great concentration there by Bell, able to absorb the contact and was able to hit. She's at the line to shoot one. And that one rolls out. White bringing it up, guarded by Elias. Oh, great ball movement right there by the Dust Devils. And Pullins back taps it to White. Fresh shot clock for the Dust Devils as Elias got caught off her feet as she is called for her first foul.
Yeah, and that's Elias' second already, and now here comes Vargas into the game.
Yes, pardon me, it was her second personal foul. And just like that, the Rattlers now have 3 team fouls.
Good active hands there by Bell and Pullins. But able to regather it is Loa, and she'll get the finish.
Woods gets a pick from Bell. And a foul is called.
It's on Loya. She fought over that screen a bit too hard.
And that is her second personal foul. And we'll see Brianna Jones come in for the first time this evening.
So both teams down a guard already due to foul trouble.
Vargas gets it over to Woods at the top of the key. Woods gets it over to Littlejohn now. Feeds it inside to Pullins. Unable to hit that post move right there.
Good quick move by Pullins, just wasn't able to get the finish. He might have rushed the shot a bit too much. That one knocked away by Littlejohn, and Pullins came up with it. Here come the Rattlers.
And this is where the Rattlers are most dangerous, in transition. Littlejohn gets it over to Vargas. Bell sets the pick. And now she's in the post. Unable to hit. Pullins unable to corral the board. White gets it over to Barriga. She launches from 3. Back rim, no good. And here come the Rattlers. Jackie Wood splitting the D, unable to hit, and collision. No call made by the referees, and here come the Dust Devils. Cross-court pass. A beautiful move right there. And Wood saves it into Pullins.
Good job by Bria Bell right there, putting her hands straight up in the air. No chance a foul could be called on her there.
Now Littlejohn working the right side. Takes it all the way in, untouched. Great move by Kyra Littlejohn for her first field goal of the game. The Rattlers now trail 6-7.
And that's the thing that Littlejohn's added to her game the most this year. She's able to slash and get into the paint and penetrate now.
White for 3, hits it from the corner. And UTPB has been hitting their 3-pointers, which has helped them get to this early lead.
Yeah, you can tell they're not afraid to go on ahead and let it fly. They've had a couple made off the dribble, and then, of course, the catch and shoot right there, just doing it in a variety of different ways.
And that will be our first timeout of the ball game. 14:31 remaining. Stay tuned for more Rattler basketball after this.
So much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to make a win.
Division II student athletes led a 10 initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
$3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's voices have been answered. We play hard, we work hard, support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 14:31 remaining here in the first half of this Heartland Conference matchup. Brian Maglione joined by Joe Rodriguez, and several substitutions made for the Rattlers as Emily Trowell moving the ball around now gets it over to Jackie Woods.
Kiara Etheridge also into the game at that timeout. Emily Trowell on the cover of our game day here today, sporting the home grays for the Rattlers. These game days are complimentary with every entry to a Rattler home game, so come out, check them out. They're very well put together. Really just a good part to let you know a little bit about the players.
Oh yes, indeed. As possession will stay with the Dust Devils, and in addition to those game days, there are plenty of promotions that go on during the games. Our very own David Tovar, the MC for most of them here at Bill Greehey Arena. So if you're in the area, be sure to check it out, because you could be in the drawing to win several of our great prizes.
And a carry called right there. That's the second time that the Dust Devils have been put up against the shot clock already today. It looks like Galindo is going to be coming into the game for Bria Bell now. St. Mary's with 9 players at their disposal here tonight. All 9 have already been in the game now.
Vargas working the point now. Etheridge sets a pick for Vargas. Swings it over to Woods, who gets it quickly to Etheridge, who makes her presence felt as she hits her first field goal of the ball game. The score now 8-10, Dust Devils.
A good job by Etheridge there, able to manipulate her footwork in order to get the easy lay-in for 2.
Oh, and great hands by Danielle Vargas, able to deflect that pass. Possession will stay with UTPB.
Yeah, and good anticipation by her there too. She was jumping another teammate's passing lane, but was able to get the deflection. Only 11 on the shot clock now for the Dust Devils. And a moving screens call. Wilson will be called for that one. She wasn't able to get fully set. That's her first, but she'll head out of the game anyway for Graham. Or her second, excuse me, on Wilson.
Vargas will bring it up. She's guarded by Cook. Vargas working the right side, finds Galindo, unable to hit. Etheridge tried grabbing the board but was unable to corral it. It'll be Dust Devil possession.
A good set play there by St. Mary's. They got the shot they wanted, they just weren't able to knock it down.
Oh, great anticipation there by Etheridge, who will easily...
Oh, no. Etheridge blew the bunny.
I got ahead of myself right there. She was unable to hit, but the Rattlers fortunate to regain possession.
All Etheridge could do about that one was smirk a little bit.
She knew she had an easy one.
Yeah, she tried to go back to her right hand and underneath the hoop and just wasn't able to get it to go.
Vargas tried feeding it into Etheridge, unable to get it. Rattlers still have time. Great look. And that's the second one in close in a row. Etheridge has been unable to hit. And now UTPB running, and White, beautiful move, splitting the lane and able to finish with the right hand.
Yeah, those are the types of scores that really hurt you after you miss those easy layups like those. It feels like you should be in a tied ball game right now, but instead you're down by 4.
Littlejohn and Pullins will check in following the next dead ball. Etheridge kicks it back out to Vargas. Oh, good hard drive by Vargas, unable to hit, however. And the Rattlers unable to hit baskets in close, and that one launched from beyond the arc.
It feels like St. Mary's already missed about 4 layups this game. Those points are precious.
And immediate timeout once again on the floor. Stay with us for more Rattler basketball after this.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back, Rattler fans. 11:27 remaining here in the first half. St. Mary's trailing UTPB 8-12. I'm Brian Magliwan, joined by Joe Rodriguez, here to bring you the action from Bill Greehey Arena. And right away, Graham able to hit in the lane, extending the Dust Devil lead to 6.
A little bit of the shimmy move there out of Graham, an easy 2 after the move. Troel with the jumper, and that's good.
Troel with her first field goal of the game. And currently on the floor, 3 Rattlers have 2 points. They're scoring evenly distributed early on in the ball game, as that one is launched from well beyond the arc.
And Graham able to grab the board. A long shot equals a long rebound.
Oh, Graham unable to hit right there. Great defense by the Rattlers. And Vargas decides to slow it down a bit. She gets a pick from Pullins. Vargas, oh, beautiful shovel pass to Etheridge, who is unable to hit once again. But Mo Pullins once again there for the board.
Now Troel.
And the Rattlers unable to hit inside the paint.
And it just feels like there's a plate on the rim right now. They're struggling to even get the lay-ins to go.
And Barriga is fouled on the play. And that'll be Troel's first personal foul, as Barriga heads to the free throw line. Valerie Barriga, a 77% free throw shooter on the year, able to hit that one.
As it'll be Etheridge and Troel coming out of the game, Bria Bell and Jackie Woods coming back in. Woods a very, very brief rest right there.
And Barriga able to hit. As Amos checks in for Graham.
And here comes Littlejohn. You hear Coach Martin's calling for the play.
And Woods hits back rim on that shot in the paint.
And St. Mary's just seems to be struggling to find a rhythm right now. Once they find that rhythm, they'll start being more effective.
And it's been something that we haven't seen much this season. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, 10-1 the Rattlers' home record. And during those victories, we rarely saw them struggle, as that one goes in for White. And yet another three-pointer extends the Dust Devil lead to 9. Coach Martin's not happy with what he sees. He calls a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. But the Rattlers, what do they need to do defensively to stop the hot hands of the Dust Devils?
Well, honestly, I think St. Mary's is playing fine defensively. I mean, they're forcing a lot of the shots they want to. I mean, some nights the three-point ball, it's going to beat you, but only if the other team's ridiculously hot. The thing that I need to see from St. Mary's to do better is they need to convert those easy offensive attempts. They've been getting the shots that they've been wanting to get, and if they could go on ahead, close out this half on a little bit of a run, maybe be down only by, I don't know, one possession or so going into the second half, or even be up by a little bit, then they're going to be looking solid. They just need to execute. Looks like a 2-3 zone out of UTPB straight out of the gate.
Littlejohn gets the pick from Pullins, gets it over to Vargas, who's unable to hit. The Rattlers get a fresh shot clock as they swing the ball around. Back up top to Littlejohn, who drives in all the way, gets bumped, and is able to draw the foul as she'll head to the line.
It came up a little gimpy right there, but I think she's just fine. It's a good job by Littlejohn to penetrate into the lane and draw that foul. And she gets the first.
Littlejohn, a 78% free throw shooter on the season for the Rattlers, has had a breakout year this year. And she hits the second one to go.
As here comes White and the Dust Devils. White, 11 points already to start this game. She's been on fire.
White now on the left side, guarded by Vargas. White, step back. Short, quick rebound, blocked by Pullins. And here come the Rattlers now. Woods looking to push the pace. Now she brings it back out, gets a pick from Pullins. And great finish there by Bria Bell as she draws the foul, as she'll head to the line for 1.
Those are the types of finishes St. Mary's has been struggling to get in the earlier stages of this game. If they start executing and going on ahead and getting those finishes, they'll be right back in it in no time.
Bria Bell at the line as she hits that free throw, completing the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And just like that, the Rattlers have cut into this once 9-point deficit, now only trailed by 4 with just over 8 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, a quick little 5-0 run will do wonders no matter what situation you're in.
And Woods tips it to Pullins. And the Rattlers now looking to build on this right here. Pullins, great move, unable to finish yet again. And once again, unable to finish is Pullins.
That's going to be a backcourt violation.
And Coach Martin's clearly unhappy as a media timeout is called on the floor. 7:46 remaining. Rattlers trail by 4.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7:46 remaining in the first half. St. Mary's trailing UTPB 15-19. Brian Maglione joined here by Joe Rodriguez. And early on, the Rattlers seemed to struggle, trailing by as much as 9. Now trailing by only 4 as White, a sweeping hook pass to the corner, and good box out by Woods right there.
Woods pushing the tempo. Ball finally stopped. Oh, the hesitation.
Oh, beautiful move by Jackie Woods. And it's moves like that made her a preseason All-American.
And another thing she's doing very effectively so far on this quick run for St. Mary, she's orchestrating the pick and roll very nicely.
And a travel is called. Great defense there by Trowell, able to rush the UTPB player into making her move quick, and they were able to draw the travel.
And just like that, in the span of about 2.5 minutes, St. Mary's has made this a 2-point game.
Woods gets a pick from Etheridge. Etheridge now in the post. Kicks it out to Littlejohn. Littlejohn, beautiful crossover, able to elevate and hit over the outstretched arm of Graham. Beautiful finish by Kyra Littlejohn.
Yeah, and I love the way she used the pick right there. Etheridge, she set her a solid one, and Littlejohn was able to hang and get the finish.
And this is a brand new ball game now. Both teams tied at 19. The Rattlers going on a 9-0 run. And that one unable to go in. And Etheridge pulls down the board. The Rattlers have numbers. Woods got some contact right there. No foul called as she'll bring it back out. Etheridge in the post. Thought about kicking back out. Now she does to Woods. 10 on the clock now.
A lot of pick and rolls out of St. Mary's.
And a reach-in foul is called on Brianna Jones. She was a little over-anxious on that play right there and caught a little bit of Woods, who will head to the line for the 1-and-1.
Something I've noticed about St. Mary's, as that first one goes in for Woods, is they aren't scared of the jump shots of the Dust Devils. They know where they were a little bit hot going into the start of the game. But St. Mary's still fighting underneath the picks. They're more than content to allow the Dust Devils to shoot.
Now White bringing it up. Jones shoots way short, and Etheridge with another board. And here comes Woods. Gets it over to Trowell. Dangerous pass to Littlejohn, but she's able to get it to Woods, and who is blocked. And the Rattlers, Woods will get a 1-and-1.
Yeah, Jackie was a bit fortunate to be bailed out by the foul call there. She kind of got caught up in the air. It's a second foul on Graham.
And when you're an offensive player, when you leave your feet, you have to be decisive. It is dangerous to leave your feet and not know what to do with the ball as Woods hits her third consecutive free throw.
Woods already at 7 points. We haven't quite seen her have an incredible scoring output like she's capable so far this year. Maybe this is her game.
She hits the second. 8 points for Woods now, as we're just under 5.5 remaining in this first half. The Rattlers on a 13-0 run, as the Dust Devils now looking for answers.
Whatever Coach Martin said when he called that timeout has obviously worked.
And the Rattlers, you have to like their activity on the boards right there. Vargas swings it over to the left. Woods uses the pick from Pullins, feeds it into Etheridge. And Etheridge got bumped right there. And a foul is called. It will be on Etheridge.
That might have been a bit of a frustration foul by Etheridge there, trying to make up for missing another layup. If I'm her, I need to relax and try to kind of forget about this half and put it behind you. We all know what Etheridge is capable of, but I think she might be pressing a bit too much now. That's something that you see freshmen do every now and then.
White, oh, beautiful dish down low. And the foul. Graham able to hit despite the contact as she'll head to the line to try and hit for the three-point play. The foul is called on Mo Pullins. That is her first personal foul.
And if you're the Dust Devils, this is a great way to go on ahead and end the run. Get 2 on the board, plus you slow down the game a bit more, plus the 1 more. So now you're only down a point and right in this game with 4:25 left.
Vargas gets the pick from Pullins. Swooping left hand. And Coach Martin's not happy with that offensive possession right there. Vargas forcing a difficult shot that caromed off the side of the backboard.
And we've seen Vargas play extended minutes here tonight. Desiree Elias, the 2 quick fouls. And we see another foul drawn. It'll be Johnson who will be heading the line. Or beg your pardon, White. White, a game-high 11 points, exactly half of what the Dust Devils have.
And that is already well above her season average of 7.9 per game. White at the line. Unable to hit the first.
And Bria Bell will head into the game. Etheridge will head on over to the bench.
White shooting 59% from the line. And that one spins out as Bell corrals the rebound. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Rattlers holding on to a 1-point lead as Danielle Vargas gets it over to Mo Pullins. Oh, great move by Pullins.
The big man showing a bit of the handles right there. Crossover for the jumper.
And UTPB trying to answer quickly. Active hands there by Vargas. Unable to get it. 18 left on the shot clock for the Dust Devils as White drives in all the way, untouched. And just like that, the lead back down to 1.
And if you're Vargas and St. Mary's, you got to take a better angle when you're going underneath that screen. You can't allow the blow-by if you're going underneath it.
Woods now gets a pick from Bell. Woods takes it all the way in. Lefty lay-in, good.
Double figures for Woods already. She's sitting at 10.
And Pullins able to steal the ball. And the Rattlers now trying to add to their 3-point lead. Woods bringing it up. Bell unable to get the handle on that one. Tried forcing the pass inside to Vargas. It was deflected away. Final media timeout of the first half. 2:42 remaining. Rattlers lead by 3.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
And we're back. 2:42 remaining here in the first half. Rattlers have possession and difficulty getting it in, but able to corral the inbounds is Woods. Pullins, unable to hit once again, going to her left. And the Rattlers have had several easy attempts in the paint this half, unable to connect on plenty of them.
Yeah, and it's a big difference right now. You could be up by potentially double figures or so if you had hit on at least half of them. Instead, only up by 3.
And Barriga gets fouled by Troell.
That'll be Tro's second.
Barriga averaging a team high 15.7 for the Dust Devils. Unable to hit the first free throw. She's averaging 30 minutes per game. She's definitely been UTPB's workhorse.
That's a lot of time to be playing. Playing a total of 3/4 of the game, pretty much exactly.
And Littlejohn now bringing it up as we are about to hit the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Pullins, nice crossover, unable to hit in the lane.
Oof. Graham with the screen there, very close to a moving one.
Cook working her dribble against Woods, gets it over. Dominguez in trouble. And Barriga now going to her right side. Hesitation, forces one up, and no Rattler was in position as Graham was there for the easy cleanup. And if you're St. Mary's, this last 1 minute, 19 seconds, very important, as Bell spots up from the elbow, and she's able to hit.
And good job by your big man right there. Anytime you can have a little bit of range on that jumper, it always helps you out. And her knocking down that jump shot will actually open up a whole lot more things than just potential for another jump shot later on in the game.
And Barriga once again driving into the lane, drawing the foul.
That'll be on Bria Bell, her second. St. Mary's looking a bit confused at the call. They're all saying they're straight up. Galindo will be checking into the game, presumably for Bell.
And Barriga able to hit the first free throw, and now Galindo checking in for Bria Bell. And Barriga able to hit the second.
4 points on the board for her. All of them in the last 3 minutes of this half.
Woods swings it over to Vargas. Gets it back. Pullins in the post. Tough shot going to her right. And now UTPB looking to run. Here's Barriga taking it all the way. Unable to hit as Woods tips it to Vargas, and now the Rattlers have numbers.
Oh, they're going to get Jackie for the travel right there.
And good call by the referee, Woods. The pass was a little mistimed right there, and Woods had to try to corral herself, and she took one too many steps right there.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult finish anyway for Jackie.
Shot clock is turned off for the final 17 seconds of the first half. UTPB trying to take the lead entering the half. White gets it over. Open three, no good. Ball batted around. 2 seconds left. Littlejohn will just hold it, and the Rattlers will take the 1-point lead heading into halftime. The score 29-28 St. Mary's over UTPB. We'll be right back after this.
Shoot.
Oh, okay, so we have numero uno going first. All right, Rebel fans, make some noise. On the count of three, we'll start the clock and here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was simple enough. Plenty of time left now from the corner. Oh, that's a little short. Once again, 30 seconds, 3 shots, post, double, and then from 3. All right, on the count of 3, we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, quickly, on a roll here. Now we're going from the oval. Oh, wow. All right, you just put all the pressure here. Got more than 20 seconds to hit the 3. Wow. Slide it over, man. Thank you so much, ladies. Rattle fans, make sure to follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at St. Mary's Rattlers. And make sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/St. Mary's Rattlers. Ladies, follow the lady in the blue right there. She has her prizes for you. And as always, check out our website, rattlerathletics.com. Keep it going for our contestants and keep it going for your
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to make a win.
Division II student athletes the 10 initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
$1 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple. Because
because we care.
Welcome back. The St. Mary's Rattlers are leading the UTPB Dust Devils 29-28, and we are set to begin the second half of this Heartland Conference matchup. Brian Magliwan joined by Joe Rodriguez, and St. Mary's looking to get off to a better start in this half as Mo Pullins, that is a great sign, hitting a lefty hook in the paint as Pullins hits for her second field goal of the ball game.
Yeah, and those are the types of shots that St. Mary's struggled with a bit in the first half. As we see Graham with the ball down low, and she's able to get the finish. But St. Mary's now back into the game. Their full arsenal of players available that dressed tonight. Elias back into the ball game. She didn't play very much. She was only in there for 2 or 3 minutes before she picked up 2 quick fouls.
And Woods unable to hit the short jumper. And here come the Dust Devils. Oh, White able to kick it out. No foul called. Elias almost got the steal. And great bucket right there by Wilson.
And St. Mary's, they almost forced a turnover on 2 occasions that last possession. White, she was a little bit out of control, but was able to get a good crisp pass off anyway.
Bell down low, unable to hit. And here's White now bringing the ball up.
White, she was on fire in that first half. She had 13 points.
And several three-pointers as the Dust Devils will reset with 14 left on the shot clock. Little pick and pop right there. And Pullins able to snag the board, gets it over to Littlejohn.
Graham, she wasn't able to convert on that one.
Elias swings over to Woods on the left side. Gets a pick from Pullins and a kick ball. It'll stay with the Rattlers. And early on, what we've seen from both teams, still executing offensively what they've done throughout the course of the ball game. Elias gets it over to Woods on the left side.
See Bell trying to work her way to the top of the key.
And Bell wide open underneath, and beautiful find by Pullins. Able to get it to Bell, who finishes on the left side.
And that's the second or third time St. Mary's has run that play. It works beautifully if they're able to get the double team on the person running the pick and roll, because then they have a 2-on-1 down low underneath the basket.
Elias went for the steal, unable to hit. Oh, great move there by White.
And Elias reaching, White teaching.
And White was able to muscle her way and create space, getting away from Pullins, who was there on help defense. Elias now, hesitation dribble, gets it over to Woods at the top. Elias now on the right side. 10 on the shot clock now for the Rattlers. Elias gets it over to Pullins. Oh, beautiful find by Desi Elias.
Great hands there by Pullins, and then able to contort her body and get the lay-in for 2.
And the Rattlers now lead 35-34. Action definitely hasn't slowed down since the end of the first half, and a great move there. Unable to hit is Wilson. And a foul is called on Mo Pullins. That is her second personal foul. First team foul of the Rattlers. And Wilson at the line.
And Wilson demonstrating right there just how much offensive rebounds can hurt you.
Wilson unable to hit.
Now here comes Etheridge into the game for Bria Bell. Kiara Etheridge, a rough first half. She missed several layups, only had 2 points. Also had 2 fouls, but we'll see what she can do here.
And Wilson clangs that one off the right side of the rim. Not a good trip to the line there.
And if you're Etheridge, or all the Rattler players for that matter, you just need to go on ahead, get back to basics. Keep doing what makes you play well at home. You don't need to force anything here. Plenty of time on the clock.
Elias launches from deep, unable to hit. And here come the Dust Devils. Elias almost gets the steal. Woods diving on the floor, gets it to Etheridge. And the Rattlers looking to push. Etheridge gets it over to Elias, who swings it over to Woods now on the right side.
Yeah, it looks like St. Mary's will go on ahead and slow it down here.
Oh, beautiful shovel feed to Pullins, who is the beneficiary of Jackie Woods' beautiful shovel pass.
That's the second time this half already that St. Mary's has taken advantage of the Dust Devil help defense.
And an offensive foul called on Loya, who pushed off Jackie Woods. And timeout on the floor. 15:21 remaining. Rattlers lead by 3. Stay tuned for more Rattler basketball after this.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 15:21 remaining in this ball game. St. Mary's holding on to a 3-point lead over the University of Texas Permian Basin Dust Devils. Brian Magliuan joined by Joe Rodriguez, and Kyra Littlejohn now bringing the ball up for the Rattlers and takes it all the way in.
Oh, no one in the paint. Littlejohn driving it in hard.
And that was a tough shot right there. Initially, the ball was blocked, but Littlejohn able to muscle it up and hit. And a traveling violation is called on White. The Rattlers defense flexing their muscles a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, White just a little bit off on her fundamentals right there. Took a step before the hop step.
Now Elias bringing it up. Rattlers up by 5. Woods now. Oh, her pass to Pullins was deflected. Pullins, however, was open.
Yeah.
You have to like the idea on that play. Oh, and tough shot right there. Bodies flying all over the floor. And right there, Barriga able to hit.
Yes, two St. Mary's big men got caught up on each other there. And you notice how Etheridge is playing out on the wing right now, spreading the floor a bit for St. Mary's as she has that shot knocked away. Etheridge hits
good
the floor.
hustle right there by Etheridge.
And I think they got the timeout.
Good hustle there by Etheridge. Despite missing the lay-in, she was able to hustle, recover the loose ball, and get the timeout. The Rattlers preserve possession. We'll take a quick break with them. Stay tuned. Welcome back. 14-14 remaining in this ball game. St. Mary's leads by 3. Desi Elias now working the point, gets it over to Jackie Woods. Littlejohn, hard drive to the middle, kicks it out to Elias, and beautiful move, unable to hit is Elias. And Pullins there to corral the board and draw the foul.
I really like what St. Mary's done with this second half. They started going, instead of having both of their big men out there down on the block, they've put Etheridge out toward the three-point line. It allows everyone a bit more of a chance of dribble penetration, and also spreads the floor out for Pullins should she get the ball down there low.
And having a player like Kiara Etheridge, who's very versatile, who has great ball handling skills out on the perimeter, really allows for the Rattlers to do this type of thing.
Yeah, and the other thing Etheridge can do is she can crash the glass when there's an offensive rebound to be had.
And that pass deflected by Pullins, and Elias now out on the break. No look pass to Etheridge. Pullins somehow comes up with it and hits the difficult fader.
And she must have gone through 4 defenders right there just to get the shot up.
And the shots that weren't falling in the first half now falling for Pullins, as she has 11 for a team high. Dribble drive out to the corner. And Elias got caught.
That's the second time she's left her feet off of a shot fake, and it's resulted in a foul being called on her.
You have to like the aggressiveness, but at the same time, it's a catch-22 because basketball traditionalists and fundamentalists will tell you that whenever you play defense, the last thing you want to do is leave your feet.
Yeah, and she's also gotten caught reaching a couple of times so far this game. But I think she also has a couple of steals to her name, so it's a risk-reward for Elias right now.
And the ball turned over by UTPB, an errant pass by White sails out of bounds, and now the Rattlers will have possession. Elias gets fouled on the drive right there, but if you watch that play, her eyes were fixed on Mo Pullins, looking for that pick and roll right there, but Elias able to get to the basket and draw the foul.
That's why the pick and roll is, in my opinion, the most effective play in basketball. If you want to double team the person who's being the maestro of the pick and roll, so to speak, well, then the roller's obviously going to be open. But if you concentrate on the roller, then obviously the person who came off the pick is going to have an open shot. It's why pick and roll defense is really a staple of championship teams most years.
And a three is launched, no good, and Pullins able to get the board. Here's Woods taking it all the way in, plus the foul.
And the dribble penetration of St. Mary's is really helping them pull ahead in this game.
Beautiful move by Jackie Woods, able to slither her way into the paint. And now she's at the line, completing the three-point play. And that is Woods' 13th point of the ball game. An outstanding performance thus far from the preseason All-American.
Yeah, and she's made all 5 of her free throws, which really has helped her toward her total.
And Elias now working on. Here's Vargas now for 3, rattles that one to go. Splash.
And you really have to love the way that the Rattlers are playing right now with the spacing on the floor.
The Rattlers have blown this game open. Now they lead by 13. 12:03 remaining here in the ball game. Stay with us for the conclusion of this game right after this.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Welcome back. 12 minutes remaining in the ball game. St. Mary's leading by 13 over UTPB. And the Dust Devils now in much need of a run, as that shot unable to fall once again. And the Rattlers out on the break. Elias deciding to slow things down. Plenty of time still on the shot clock.
And if you're St. Mary's, you've done a good job of outscoring the Dust Devils so far, but you can't rest on your laurels here. You have to keep pushing back. Still plenty of time for the University of Texas Permian Basin to crawl their way back into this one.
And great move there by Etheridge as she finally gets one to fall.
Here's Graham.
Oh, nice post move right there by Graham.
That's the second time she's gone for the shimmy shake. Both times the same result, 2 points for her.
Elias running the offense, picks up her dribble, gets it over to Woods. Elias behind the back. And Elias able to draw contact, gets a shot up, and she'll head to the line for 2. And a timeout is called on the floor. 10:48 remaining. Rattlers still lead by 13. We'll be right back.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 10:48 remaining in the ball game. Desi Elias at the line to shoot 2 free throws as she calmly sinks that first one. And Joe, what has been the difference the second half for the Rattlers?
Well, they've really started converting. They've gotten the same type of dribble penetration they got in the first half, but this time it feels like they're converting on it every single time that they have a layup. I think they had maybe 6 missed layups in the first half. That's 12 points right here. In this half, they're starting to even out their shooting percentage, and at the same time, Permian Basin, they've been forcing them to shoot outside shots. And another thing St. Mary's has done notably, as Vargas will line up another 3. Oh, and she almost got the kind shooter's roll. Etheridge, though, able to battle back and put it in for 2. But the thing that you'll notice St. Mary's has done so nicely in this half is that they have 4 players playing on the wings, and then they have just the 1 player down low. And that really just sets up a whole bunch of opportunities for St. Mary's because the dribble penetration has just been so good. If I was Permian Basin, I might think about trying to go to a zone right here.
And Permian Basin in a 1-3-1 zone, just as you mentioned, trying to clog up the middle.
And you hear Coach Martins immediately yell corners. Best way to beat a 1-3-1 zone is with that baseline jumper, the corner 3 ball.
But an errant pass right there by Elias will give possession right back to the Dust Devils. White bringing it up now. Oh, slithering her way in is Barriga, but she is unable to hit. However, she'll head to the line to shoot 2. The foul is called on Jackie Woods. That is only her first personal foul.
And St. Mary's has done a good job on Barriga here tonight. She's been held to 6 points. That foul, Woods first. St. Mary's, their 3rd team foul. On the other side, the Dust Devils, they have 5 team fouls. So neither team quite to the bonus yet.
Barriga able to hit the second one. And now a bit of a press here by the Dust Devils as they look to try something to cut into this Rattler lead.
Yeah, it's a box press with a safety out there in the back.
Rattler is able to break that one cleanly, and Woods for 3. Bang!
And that's what you got to do against the press. You got to create mismatches. You have to get lost inside of it and make them pay for pressing you.
White tries to respond, unable to hit. Oh, and great hustle right there. And Elias unable to get the steal. And UTPB will retain possession with a fresh shot clock.
Yeah, I think Desi started trying to go before she actually had the ball secured. She knew her team had an advantage if she was able to get to that one.
Oh, Desi, active hands right there. She's out on the break. And she draws the foul.
Oh, it looks like they're going to call it on the floor.
Oh, man.
And I thought she should have gotten the continuation right there.
That was an impressive play right there. However, it'll only count for style points, which don't mean much in the game of basketball.
That's a 6-team foul, so the next foul will put St. Mary's into the 1-1, at least for the rest of the half.
And Woods gets it over to Vargas.
Looks like a 2-3 out of Permian Basin right now.
And UTPB trying to give different looks to this Rattler team. I think those 2 3-pointers by Vargas and Woods made them think otherwise about going into the zone. And now here's Pullins hanging in the air, finishing with the left hand. And the Rattler lead now to 21.
Yeah, and the ball movement right there made it so Pullins wasn't double teamed down low on the block. As that one's missed by Johnson. Etheridge with the rebound, the no-look pass, 2-on-1 for St. Mary's.
Oh, beautiful ball movement right there. Woods to Vargas to Pullins, and the Rattlers are blowing this out of the water now. 8:05 to go in the ball game. Stay tuned for the conclusion of this one right after these commercial messages.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh, you got...
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back. 8 minutes remaining here in the ball game. St. Mary's leading by 23, and the wheels starting to come off of the Dust Devils as they turn the ball over once again.
Yeah, that's a tough spot there for White. She's driving baseline, gets cut off, and then you get caught up in the air with your dribble picked up. Not really much you can do after that. Elias, a blow-by-move. Woods, a blow-by-move of her own. And the shot is knocked away, but not before Woods draws the foul. That'll be on Jones. Jones, her third foul. St. Mary's will be shooting in the bonus the rest of the way. And Woods misses her first free throw of the game.
And here in the second half, it's been a difference of night and day. The Rattlers look like a completely different team. They actually look like the team that has won 10 out of their 11 home games this year.
Yeah, they really got off to a hot start here in the second half, and they've been able to carry the momentum through the rest of the way. 7:30 left in the ball game, though.
And White loses it right there, and here's Etheridge bringing it up, and Littlejohn will settle things down for the Rattlers. Handoff pass to Woods. Woods gets bumped, and the ball just unable to find the bottom of the basket.
And you want to see a pretty hesitation move? Just watch Jackie Woods play. She'll hit you with a few of them.
And Woods, a solid game here this evening, as she adds on another point to her growing point total. 17 now for the game for the preseason All-American. And Woods gets that one to go as she will leave the game with 18 points. Troell enters. And just over 7 minutes now remaining in the ball game. St. Mary's leading 64-39.
As that foul will be on Littlejohn. White able to draw that one.
20 left on the shot clock. Here's White for three. Front rim, no good. And the ball bouncing around. UTPB gets another possession.
Yeah, Troell wasn't able to secure that one.
And that one short as well, as Etheridge corrals the board. And the Rattlers look to milk some clock now. Vargas pumps, dishes to Bell. Over to Littlejohn, 8 on the clock. Beautiful shovel pass. Bell unable to hit, and that has been the story of the second half. Dribble penetration, creating easy shot opportunities.
Yeah, and really just Littlejohn and the Rattlers not really wasting any time off the clock. Everything that they did was a threat to score. And we'll see if Bell can get him to go here at the free throw line if she misses the first.
Bell unable to hit the second free throw.
Here comes White. White with 15 on the game.
She had a hot first half, and since then has cooled down as that one unable to fall once again for UTPB. Yeah, Dominguez unable to hit on the shot.
Yeah, I think St. Mary's has really started to key in on what White is doing and have been able to take advantage of, well, not take advantage, but to shut her down a little bit by just playing better defense. It's running the floor. Oh, and no good there. Cook's not able to get it to go.
And Etheridge showing a bit of the handles right there as she gets it over to Littlejohn. Dribble handoff to Troell, dribble handoff to Etheridge, who is bumped by Cooks. Now with 5:20 remaining, Rattlers leading by 25. This would be an opportune time for us to look ahead at the upcoming schedule for the St. Mary's Rattlers. After today's game, this Saturday, back here at Bill Greehey Arena, the Rattlers will take on Lubbock Christian. That'll be a 1 o'clock tip-off. And with following this game, there's only 4 games left in Heartland Conference play. All important games for the Rattlers, who are in the mix in the Heartland Conference, currently standing at 3rd behind Texas A&M International and St. Edwards. So with that being said, what do you look forward to, Joe, this Saturday against Lubbock Christian?
Well, just another Heartland Conference matchup, and really this time of the year, you can't stress it enough. Every game is so important and critical. And so you really start to see teams that are going to compete for the Heartland Conference title try to put it together toward the end of this year. You find out really what your identity is and everything that you need to know about yourself, and you start playing towards your strengths. And we, of course, remind you, Rattler fans, that if you need to check out on the scheduling or keep up with the scores in case you miss out on a game, you can do it at rattlerathletics.com. Rattlerathletics.com, the place to find everything that you could want to be on your St. Mary's Rattlers. Of course, we also remind you, check us out on social media, Twitter and Instagram at St. Mary's Rattlers, Facebook.com/St. Mary's Rattlers, YouTube.com/St. Mary's Rattlers, and of course, if you want to buy a t-shirt for the upcoming spring or maybe a hat to celebrate the opening of the new park at St. Mary's and go out to a baseball or softball game, check us out at rattlergear.com. 4:15 remaining. St. Mary's still comfortably ahead. Vargas, her shot rejected. Great play there by Johnson.
And we encourage all of you who are tuning in to stay with us as Littlejohn hits the deck and is slow to get up. Timeout on the floor. Final media timeout of the ball game. We'll be right back. 3:56 remaining. St. Mary's in control.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II. We're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes the 10 initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Welcome back. And the Rattlers will retain possession off that inbounds. St. Mary's leading by 23.
Yeah, Permian Basin back in that press. See what Elias Vargas can do.
Oh, and beautiful job breaking the press as Galindo gets on the score sheet with her first field goal of the game.
I can't stress it enough. Once you break the press, you have to make them pay. Easy 2 points for St. Mary's, as all Rattlers who have played in this ball game have now registered on the score sheet.
Vargas now working on the right side. Galindo once again unable to hit this time. And Elias called for the block. And with 3:16 remaining in this ball game, all the basketball action is still not complete, because right after this we have the men's basketball game between the St. Mary's Rattlers and the UTPB Dust Devils to follow. And both teams, once again, Heartland Conference matchup. What are you looking forward to about the men's game later on this evening, Joe?
I'm looking forward to seeing Marvin Witt. It feels like it's been a while since I've been able to see him, but he had a special come out recently in the news. You can check it out. We tweeted it a couple days ago. It's about his upbringing from Birmingham, Alabama, and really about his journey that he took in order to get all the way to St. Mary's. And it's really our first time to get to see him at home since that story went up, and I'm looking forward to see if he's going to have an emotional game and try to come out big for St. Mary's and all the fans that are going to be here.
Earlier on in the season, Marvin Witt, dubbed Magic Marvin, as he hit the game winner in the St. Mary's Thanksgiving Classic as Galindo straight up erasing that shot. And a foul is called right there. But Marvin Magic will be on the court later tonight following the conclusion of this game.
As Etheridge and Littlejohn will check back in. Troell and Bria Bell heading out. .2:15 remaining in the ball game. Oh, Littlejohn, she got tangled up, and they're going to call a travel on her right there.
And Littlejohn disagrees with that call right there.
Yeah, she thought Cook had fouled her. They got tied up for sure when Littlejohn took the ball away, as this one will be hoisted up for three, no good. Cook able to get the rebound.
And UTPB now trying to just get some points on the board, and the lid is still on the basket, as once again UTPB comes up empty on an offensive possession.
And St. Mary's has really kept pace with what they did defensively in the first half. It's just they've shot forward offensively here in the second half as Elias gets the floater to go.
Desi Elias able to hit. That is her 5th point of the ball game.
Looks like St. Mary's has gone to a zone, and one right there for Amos.
And credit the Dust Devils for continuing to battle despite this insurmountable deficit. And that was Galindo's first personal foul. Amos unable to hit, and Galindo with the board.
Something I've noticed about Galindo, she's a very good outlet passer. You'll see her get the rebound, put down one dribble, turn, find her guard. It's something that's really a valuable asset when done properly.
Etheridge now driving to the lane, finds Galindo. Her shot short of the mark, and now out to the races are the Dust Devils as that one falls. That was Tori Cooks on the lay-in. 40 seconds remaining for the Rattlers as they look to just run out the clock. They still have 12 on the shot clock. Galindo, great positioning down low, able to hit, and that will likely conclude matters.
Now St. Mary's, they can just dribble out the clock. Little John will have to get the ball across the half-court line. We're going to have Coach Martins come up here for his interview. Brian, you'll be having that with him.
And it is always good to have post-game interviews with Coach Martins following a victory over the Rattlers. Stay tuned for that. We will be right back after this. And we are now joined by Coach Martins. Coach, congratulations on a hard-fought victory. Early on, it was rough for you guys, down 9 early. What did you say to the team to get them rallied?
We just told them to, keep doing what we're supposed to do. We wanted to maintain our focus, they hit some tough shots, and we knew what our game plan was. And if we continued to stick with our game plan, we'd be all right. And let me tell you what, we executed that game plan to the T in the second half.
And an important victory, coming back home following a disappointing loss. How do you carry this momentum looking forward towards the end of the season?
That's what we talked about in practice this week. We can't control what has happened. We just got to focus. Every day getting better. And we had 3 great days of practice. We played a great game here today. And that's what we're talking about. Every day get better. We'll come back tomorrow. Get ready. Work on getting better. We'll focus on us and a little bit on Lubbock. But every game we have to get better. And it's a cliche, and I told the girls this on Monday. I said it's an old cliche, you got to focus one game at a time. But if there's ever a team that needs to really focus on that, it's this team right now.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you this Saturday at 1. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Take care. And be sure to stay with us. Following this little break right here, the men will take the floor here at Bill Greehey Arena. For Joe Rodriguez, I'm Brian Magliuan. Thanks for tuning in.